human mind is very adept at finding patterns in things, even if they aren't there. The simplest explanation is usually the correct one, but sometimes it's actually the strangest.
Cites attacks and subdues a nurse just getting off his shift in the hospital parking lot. Takes his uniform and entry badge. He walks straight through the front doors, right past security, and goes to McEnroe's floor. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to go. He goes to the nurse's station, introduces himself to the other staff, says he was transferred from pediatrics. They believe him, says he knows all the vernacular and hospital procedure. He walks by police and security several times and is never noticed. Yeah, including by Joe or May. I mean, we were right there. We could have had him. Yeah, that was one of the roughest nights in my entire
Strangest.
life.
A grisly crime scene has police on high alert in Arlanda tonight.
A gruesome discovery was made of a human head.
This guy was a true believer.
We are begging for you to help us.
I looked at my partner and I said, oh my God, he's back.
There we go, chilling stuff. And here's one of the stars of the film, Terri Apple. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. God, that cut was fantastic. I wish they would have used, I mean, it was similar to the first one, but I guess they wanted to kind of hide what the story more was. And so they started it the other way. But to me, this was so engaging and really got the point across of it. I love that. I love that trailer.
Thank you. Nothing to do with you being in it for about a minute.
Yeah, thanks. But I thought it carried the story along because I actually thought I liked the second one better without either one of us in there, Peter or I. I was being very like, oh no, that works better, but this actually works the best out of all of them. It's good.
Oh, I got a future then.
Yeah, you do. You have a future in trailer editing.
But so when did you film that? How far back are we going? Because the film came out late last year.
2 years, yeah. I think we filmed it about 2 years ago. They actually, Stuart Ortiz, the writer, director, producer, editor, all around aficionado, he works very proficiently and very organized. So it really was not, I have 2 other films I shot prior to this that are still in post.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to send them to Peter and say, I've written the directors and been like, dude, get these in post, get them edited, because take advantage of that, we're on Hulu and that we were in theaters and the others haven't even gone to streaming. But no, we actually shot this, I guess, maybe 2.5 years ago. He was pretty quick. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good going. And it's been gaining rave reviews all over.
It has. I'm very proud of that. I'm happy about it. It's very well done. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was getting chills again just watching the trailer then because
I love the way you put. I'm not kidding. I want a copy of that. I'm like, that really carried me forward to a movie. It wanted me to see what was going to happen next. I'm saying that as objectively as possible. Half the time I watch this movie with my eyes closed. I can't handle it. But then my joke is, well, Lexi Taylor can handle it. Terri Apple, not so much.
Yes.
But once I watched it, I'm like, she can handle it.
Yes, I watched it the other night, late night, on my own, in the dark, with headphones on, and I went in blind as well, so I have no idea what it's about.
Oh, you did? Yeah, it gets pretty graphic. But I had a friend sitting next to me. We went to one of the screenings or whatever, and literally, she's like, that wasn't scary. I'm like, she's the only person on the planet that wasn't just freaking out going, oh my God. I'm like, have we become this desensitized? And I'm like, you didn't find, she goes, no, Terri, I've seen what, I'm like, oh my God. Everybody that I've, had come with me or that has seen it, it's pretty jarring and graphic, and a lot of twists and turns you don't expect, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know the style. It was documentary style. So I was like 10 minutes in. I thought, hang on, I had to check I was watching the right film.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Because it's done mockumentary style. And I know. And I guess that was the point, is to create it so that it's real. And I played her real. I played her as a real character, not as like an actor playing a homicide detective being interviewed. It was the real character being, it kind of had dual purposes, because we had the found footage and the behind the scenes. So it still played like a real movie, which was great.
Very clever. Because, I didn't know what was going on. And then, like you said, I'm desensitized to most stuff. I'll just sit there watching something and just nothing. And then there's a bit in the film where the screen goes black, but there's a lot of noise going on. And then I had to turn the light on and check I wasn't alone, just in case.
Yeah. Do you look behind you and go, oh. Yeah.
Yeah, the wife can sleep by the door tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Put the wife in charge. Put the wife in charge. That's funny. Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff behind the scenes. Is it true there was a lot of noise in the warehouse or outside the warehouse, so you had to keep redoing it?
There was. That was like, I was going to say it's the first day, but I'm thinking we had a day for found footage in the, or the back. I shouldn't say it's found footage. A scene we shot in the actual hospital. But then, this we were knocking out most of the dialogue. I wasn't sure how that was going to play. Peter and I had it memorized, and then we weren't sure. That's a lot of dialogue to knock out. So he had some prompters there. I couldn't see the prompters because I need my glasses anyway, and I had my contacts, but then I would need my readers. So I memorized it, but it was nice to know it was there. But yes, we had, they didn't know that, but it was so brilliant to pick that space to do it in. But outside, absolutely, was downtown Los Angeles, and there was noise, I think, most of the first day and a lot of the second day. So yeah, we had to work around that. But he's so good in post. I don't even know how he did that. We'd wait and knock stuff out between moments and different things like that. And then we shot interrogation stuff there. A lot of cool places that we shot. Yeah.
Nice. Because I think it says that 80 pages of dialogue were knocked out in that warehouse, which is
that true? Is that how many pages?
I don't know. That's how much it's in the trivia, but
yeah, that's true. Everything is true. And that's another thing, as far as the acting wise, you're not sure how that's going to play. And I wasn't sure how he was going to weave that into the story. Of course, I read the script. I didn't read it till after I got hired, but then you also wonder, how is this going to weave through? But he did it. He made it work. So, but we did. Yeah, we shot all those, I think, in maybe 3 days.
Right.
Maybe less.
Well, yeah, I guess it's just boom,
we were
boom,
fast.
boom.
We were fast.
I don't know if the stopping for the noise made your characters better or not, with just trying to punch it out and being serious. And
I should have stuck that. That would have been good backstory, because it's funny. I was just thinking, she doesn't. I've mentioned this before. I don't know how conscious it was. She really didn't want to be interviewed. She didn't want to relive everything.
No.
Different energy than Peter's, and different way of telling a story. But I kind of had in her that she, let's get through this. And I really don't, there's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of perfectionism in her. And so, but that would have been fun to add that in, this annoying that would have been method all the way, because I'm kind of method, but I would have been like, just replace the outside noise with the aggravation. But it was so subtle anyway that it was different. So
yeah. Yes, nothing noticeable about what's going on around you in the film anyway. So that's good.
Stuart was so calm about it that it really, honestly, the minute I was on set with him and knew that he was so professional, and most of the crew, a lot of the crew's Canadian, and they're all very professional. There was some American too, but everybody was they really had it down to a science on this set. And you're talking a lot of no CGI. You're talking all the everything they had to put together for the sets. Mr. Shiny created the mask in real life.
Yes,
He's
creepy.
great. Yeah, creepy, but he's very talented as well. So they had it together. They really knew what they were doing. So,
because Mr. Shiny was the production designer, was it?
yeah, I think he was production designer. He came up with the mask. I can't remember the actual story if he was already hired to play Mr. Shiny, which I think, and then he did also stuff with that. He was great as the character.
Oh yeah, because it reminds me of was it Twin Peaks? Bob, the guy in Twin Peaks was the production designer. He was the set designer, I think he was, and he was working on the set. He was hiding behind the bed doing something, and he looks at
that's funny.
David Lynch, and he thought, "That's Bob."
Oh, that's great. That's
so
really
then he was hired
great.
for the series to be the bad guy.
That's funny. That's funny.
I don't know what it says about that career, but yes. So yes, Strange Harvest. I think it's 2025 or 2024, depending where you look, when it was released.
Released in 2025. Yeah, it was released we had a wide release in theaters, over 1,000 theaters this last summer.
Nice.
And then it went to Canada, and then it went to Europe, and then it went to Amazon and Apple, and now it's been streaming on Hulu, I think, since right after Halloween for the next couple of years, actually. Yeah.
Right. It's going to be popular because looking at all the reviews on YouTube, they're all positive and raving about it. It's their top 10 of the horror films of the year. And
yeah. And
Hulu, Variety magazine as well.
Yeah, Variety and Hollywood Reporter and a lot of them. And I think that Hulu named it in the top 5 trending or something like that. Yeah, I'm glad about it. I mean, it's nice that it got a theatrical. That kind of was shocking, but I'm very happy about that. And then the way it's played out has been just awesome.
Yeah, it's got a website. I'll put that link in the
chat, cool,
as well, so people can watch that.
Okay.
There's merch and details about it. And you can buy a DVD, but they're made to order. So there you go.
Oh, good. But now that I just saw you said merch, and I was thinking, oh my God, wouldn't that be funny if you got like a Mr. Shiny? I wouldn't want it, but like the face, like to
the
do
face, because it's off. The eyes are off. Which
I thought you were saying merch. I thought, are they selling merch on it now? We're stick figures. We're little.
Some leeches or something.
Yeah. Oh, the leeches. Yeah. You can get your own package of leeches. Take home.
Yeah, merch is coming soon apparently, so it might
People
be just
are like, "What are the leeches?" Yeah, well, there's a lot of things you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, each crime.
There are leeches. Bad. There are animals. There is a teenage influencer.
Yeah.
There's a kid that goes missing. There's a lot of twists and turns.
There is. It's not afraid to go with places.
No.
Because even the first killing, which is I think it's in the trailer anyway, it's a family, isn't it? So.
Oh goodness, I was nervous about shooting that. I thought once I got it, I thought, well, now Terri, you do realize you're going to be on set. Like when you're talking to yourself, you're like, well, I can do this, and I'm like, wait, how are you going to do this? You're going to be on set. So then I'd go back and read the scene and be like, I can't do this. What? Can I send somebody in for me? I really want the character. I love the role. And that's what I kept going back to. But I really was like, even the drive to there, I'm like, dude, I can't get out of that car and like go in. But the minute I did hair and makeup and really just, I don't know. I love this character. I'm Lexi. And then I handled it. But there were real people sitting there.
Right. Well, I was going to mention the practical effects all the way through. There's makeup effects, blood, gore, everything is on screen and it's real.
It's really well done, isn't it? And that's another thing I think, even objectively, forget me acting in it. You sit and you go, well, am I going to buy this when I'm watching it objectively, right? Because even some movies end up going camp. And the minute it goes campy, you're like, now I'm campy. There's a couple of big films that came out last year. And the minute you cross that line, he never crossed that line. For me anyway. And I mean, I think for most people that have seen it, there was never a moment of where, I mean, it was always viable. and you go, oh, this is, I wasn't sure how the pool scene would work out, the indoor
Oh,
pool.
yeah.
That was another thing. I wasn't sure how that would look on screen, but played so real.
It is. I know a lot of it's. I think there's some CGI in the pool scene just because the practicality of making that set.
Well, the body, but that was very, yeah, because there was no body in there, right? When I was pointing.
But yeah, you couldn't have some.
I did ask for one. I said, can we not get a dead body in here? I am not going to be able to act this out. I need someone to play dead or be dead in that pool for me to do my character.
To the morgue.
Send the morgue. Get somebody here now. There's 5 million people on set. Somebody jump in that pool. No, it played. You're right. That was a CGI, but I think he took.
I didn't notice, which is what made it so great.
Yeah, I know. Me either. I forgot. I actually was watching it, true, and I forgot. I was like, at the end, I was like, oh wait, there was no. That's right, there was no body in that pool. Yeah, I didn't. I did the same thing.
But yeah, so it does. There is slasher elements where there is. He kills people different every time, but he doesn't have the park scene. Yes,
without giving anything away. Although everyone's reading the Epstein files, so if you're reading the Epstein files, I think this is nothing.
Yeah.
If you believe everything in there. But yeah, no, that's pretty graphic. Well, there's graphic. I mean, listen, I didn't know they called them like kills because I don't know your whole slasher. This is the first kind of film I've done in this genre.
I did see that, yes.
I can see that. So I don't know the verbiage. And Peter was a big fan of Grave Encounters and knows his other work. I didn't. I just went to go look to make sure this wasn't a snuff film or anything like that. It's the first time I've said that on an interview. But once I looked into his history, I said, oh, this guy's he knows what the hell he's doing. And I had seen, with he and his other partner, and they were at ICM, and they had a big following with Grave Encounters. Justin Long, they're recreating that, by the way. They've got Justin Long and his wife. I can't remember her name. She's a big actress, sorry. And I think they're redoing that. And then Strange Harvest, if you get past the credits, there's a teaser into beginning of a second film.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. I don't know. I think it'd make a great series as well. I really do.
It definitely could be a franchise.
Yeah. I think it'd be very cool. But, whatever it turns into, I think that I like that it keeps, people are refining it. It didn't have it wasn't a studio film to have a huge promotional budget like that. But I think that it's great that the word of mouth has been so strong.
As I say, word of mouth is better.
And then also Saban, is better. And Saban and Roadside are both great companies that picked it up. So I'm happy for the life it keeps re-getting, and that's great.
Yeah, because I was going to say I liked it better than Weapons and Long Legs from last year.
Wow,
I didn't care for those two, so
interesting. Well, and I'll tell you, I'm a very big fan of Amy Madigan, but I look. I think that movie, and I was really at high expectations for it. I'm not saying, I know we came out on the same day. I am absolutely two completely different films, completely different budgets. People were seeing them as double headers. We did find that out. That people, they were blogging about it in different cities, and people were going to see Weapons and then going to see Strange Harvest. So they were double headering these, and it's really cool that happened because they are such different films, even though they both fall in the thriller genre, and they're kind of slasher in a way. But Weapons teeters on, and I'm not even saying this in a negative way, but campy. It goes a little campy, but I think that's why it has that following. You have to believe it to follow it, but it's two very different films. I didn't see Long Legs.
No, that's the same. It starts off with a serious thriller, and then Nicolas Cage shows up and
Really? Oh, Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, it's in
Oh,
Long
and
Legs.
Nicolas Cage shows up. You know what I'm realizing though happens, and I think happened with even though Amy Madigan is getting such a big fall. I mean, I love her work in general,
Yes.
but it's interesting. Sometimes the director takes Ryan Murphy tends to do that with and when you're hired as an actor, it's like I guess you're either saying I don't want to go in that direction, but you don't really have a choice. It's like if they want to take it that direction and that's where they see it, then that's where you kind of go. Listen, Sinners was a good example of a film that could have been so dumb and so campy. And some people didn't love it, but for most people, once you got on that ride, even though it was so odd in what it was about, I pretty much followed that all the way through. I don't think it's good. They didn't lose me.
Oh, good.
A couple of films last year I got lost. Like I went, I'm out. Sentimental Value is fabulous. You see One Battle After Another?
Not yet. I got to do that next.
That's good too. But that's another one that goes over the top at times. But you buy it, it just takes you on a road and you go with it.
Yeah. Do you watch horror genres, should I say? Do you watch? I guess it's not horrors.
Well, I do. My mom and I love a good thriller. I do love a good thriller. Yes, I am all for a good thriller, I guess. I just have never been one to watch like the Scream franchise or any of those. I don't think I've seen any of those. But I like an odd thriller. TV wise, Bridgerton. I would love a role on Bridgerton. Send me a role. Or The Gilded Age. Phenomenal. Then I also love I watch part of Platonic. I'm much more of a streamer than I am network.
Okay.
I've done a lot of comedy stuff, but I think I prefer odd, weird roles with a comedic bent. I like serious too. I just like good acting roles. But I'm trying to think what else is on TV. I mean, Bridgerton, I can't get enough of. Gilded Age. I don't know if I love this last season. The Gilded Age. Landman. I love Landman.
I still haven't got around to that. I should get onto that. Everyone.
You know what? It's great. I mean, it gets a little, I guess they're saying misogynistic with the female characters. I still would love to play one of those roles. She was great. The lawyer, or there's a couple different ones, but Billy Bob's great in it. It's good. It's good. You know, it's just good to watch good acting have those moments, the beats and everything.
Yeah, because you started, is it just voiceovers? Or were you acting as well?
I was acting as well, but voiceovers really is the thing that kind of went. I did act and I moved out here to act, but I did my first voiceover at 16 in Kansas City, 15 and a half. And then I moved out to LA, but I had done some theater and industrials and my first speaking role was against John Goodman in a movie of the week.
Right.
It was one of Kathy Bates' first roles as well. And then I did a couple movie of the weeks where I had small roles. And I moved out to LA. And I got on a TV show hosting, doing fashion stuff, which was just a quirky, which I love to sew and make things, cut things and it was just, how I got that job, I have no idea. But I did that for about a year as a segment host. And then I did some movie of the weeks and some acting, but the voiceovers just kind of blew up. Right. And I became like the top chick in that world. And I've done, tons of commercials, animated series, promos. So that kind of overtook it. So I really focused on that more than I did the acting. But then I was like, no, I really never hit where I wanted to hit on camera. You know, I've done work, but I'm like, so a couple of years ago, I said, all right, I'm giving it one last shot because I'm ethnically ambiguous. This is the new thing. If you look like you could fit a lot of different ethnicities. I say that as a joke, but a lot of the things that come out is ethnically ambiguous or whatever. So, and I booked the first thing and I went, okay, I'm getting back into this. So it's been great. The last couple of years are hitting again. And I'm kind of glad that it happened a little later in my life than back then, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have done around the TikTok era and everything. I mean, they didn't have that back then with everybody being followed around. And I just would like to continue just job to job to job. I've done a lot. I'm looking into a good play. I write. I've done some shorts. I did some shorts during the pandemic. I'm getting ready to do another one in like May that I'm in, and then I write and I direct it. The directing fell because my DP, who was going to direct as well, because he's directed things on Netflix, but where my mom lives in Vegas, the first day shows up and goes, "No, you're directing this." I go, "What do you mean I'm directing? I don't have a shot list." He goes, "No, but you write like you know what the scenes are." So I went, "Oh." So I did end up doing that for 3 shorts, and they went to festivals and did well. So we'll see. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because you got 2 things I saw listed on IMDb coming up.
Yeah.
Where's it gone? Down there. Blowing Smoke and Lumped In.
And Lumped In, and A Girl Like Him's coming out.
Oh, yes.
Murder at Hollow Creek came out. That's streaming.
Right.
Yeah, correct.
So busy.
I've
Still doing commercials? Sorry?
An animated series. Well, yeah, I'm on an animated series called MAD, Mutually Assured Destruction is what it stands for. It's a little political based, but that's the one I played the British Parliament leader. Oh, she's very strong, and I like her. She's fun. And then I still do commercials, not as much as I used to, but it's busy. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Because can one make a nice living doing the commercials and nothing else?
Listen, I've had such a wonderful career with that. And you look back, I'll get a residual for like Real Monsters or Just Ask Jillian or Boss Baby or any of these. I'm like, oh yeah, that's great. And you do remember, I mean, I think I didn't take it for granted. First of all, I always say that it's still acting. It's just the mood on top of whatever you're doing. So for Taster's Choice, the taste of choice, warm, sophisticated, upbeat, playful. California avocados, they're as good as you've heard. It's a different place vocally, rye off the cup. Your house is so hot, not even your best friend will stay for a visit. So you run to home base, the all-new BMW 5 Series. Everything's mood. You're finding it at a different place in your voice, but it's just like the same thing with on camera, except for it's missing what she looks like, but it's still giving hip, cool, off the cuff, easy going. That's the mood that goes into the cell. That is the cell. And then when you're seeing a character for on camera, you dress the part, but then also you're physically kind of matching. One thing is the look of the character, and the other is who is this character as a human being? And there's a lot of good actors out there. So, you're reading for something and you're giving your interpretation with someone else's written word and embodying the best that you can with your own backstory, with what they've written, and make it come to life and creating your own unique spin on it. I mean, that's basically what you're doing. Voiceovers are the same. You're one of many people. But yes, I'm very lucky with that. Knock on wood. I have books out on it that are still out, making money in voiceovers. I have 3 books that have been out on that. And I used to speak all over the country and help people break in and do all that. But I do love that business. Absolutely. But that business has changed too. I mean, we used to have, one year, I can say it now because it doesn't matter. But one year I remember I was 6 commercials during the Super Bowl.
Right.
I think it was probably the year 2000, maybe, or 2001. I went, oh, that just took care of my rent for a year. I mean, that was lovely. That was like, holy crap. I knew there were going to be like 3, but when I saw like 6, and then I've done a lot of on-camera commercials as well, but the residuals used to be fabulous. Now a lot of it's buyout, where they'll buy you out.
Okay.
And I'm the voice of Ziggy. Ziggy's fabulous. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned Ziggy. It's an EV charging app that's a mobile charging app that comes to your car. And that's probably going to be available in the market in next year or two. He's phenomenally brilliant, Kiradok. He created it, but it's basically a mobile charging app that comes to use. I'm the voice of Ziggy. So I'm the voice of the actual robot.
Nice.
He wants to do an animated series down the line and a lot of stuff, but he's got a lot of investors on that. And that's probably, I don't know when that'll be in the marketplace because it doesn't exist yet. You know, he does a lot of venues, a lot of corporate events. He's going into a very upper echelon mall this year in California in Woodland Hills, Calabasas. But basically it's an app you download and then they come and they charge your car while you're shopping or doing anything else.
Right.
In the future, you'll be able to watch content on it and have commercials and do branding opportunities. But it's super cool. In the future, it'll come by drone or by truck, or you'll just see them. You'll see them like Waze has right now. So because right now, what makes it difficult is mostly if you have a Tesla, you go to a Tesla charging stations. This is universal. It's very difficult to find a universal charging station for all different kinds of vehicles. I experienced with a friend of mine, we went up to Montecito and Santa Barbara, and two of the high-end places that you're supposed to be able to charge your car, the electricity was down.
Oh, right.
She couldn't find any place to charge her vehicle. And we finally found a mall like an hour and a half out of town or whatever, but she could have easily lost power. So I think it's going to be super cool when it comes out. It's cool.
An investment property.
What?
Opportunity. And an investment opportunity. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, I think they found their funding, but it would have been. Yeah, for sure. For sure. They were looking, but I think they're locked in. But yeah, so I do that. Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah.
Oh, good. Because I was gonna say, if you're doing voice acting, it's very different from being in person. Because a voice actor, I see them sitting there, glass of scotch, cigarette in the hand, and just go.
That's your version of voice acting. I've not done that one yet.
Okay.
I have a little sake and it's interesting because we used to go in and audition all the time, and now everything is just sent as well like this. So the benefit of before, even if my name used to be all over stuff, Terri Apple or Terri Apple type, which was wonderful. My boyfriend used to call me at the time and said, "Did you read on this? Your name's on this." I said, "No." And it would be like a craft campaign. And then I'd call my agent and be like, "Well, Terri, you have so many." I'm like, "Dude, bring me in. They want me." But it's like, I'm not here to, I'm not competitive in that way with other people. I'm always trying to be helpful to other people, but I'm like, no, my name's on it. I need to be at least reading for this because that's a big money campaign. But we send them in now and we direct ourselves. That's why people that want to break into it have a hard time breaking in because you don't understand. You're reading a script. It's the same thing with I've got an audition this afternoon for a movie and I'm going to do it from here. And, you're not sending it to the casting director for them to say, "Hey, tweak it like this or do this, pull back or have more fun with it and do this." So you really are having to wear many hats at the same time.
Right.
For those of us that have been in the business a long time, we know what to do. We know how to lay something down and how to record. But it's kind of a new world. I do wish more classes taught actors how to handle themselves on set, not only just reading scenes, but what happens once you get on a set, how it breaks down for rehearsal and then getting on your mark and then the different shots that they do. And then also understanding the voiceover from the audition process to booking that job to then you're working in the session. That thing does not go to air.
Right.
You don't just read once and it goes to air. You're reading maybe 30 times and somebody's giving you, once you book the job, different notes. And you've got to understand how to weave that. And they want what you did on take number 3 with just a little more smile, but a little more, So there's technical notes and there's creative notes, but it's the same way with acting. But it only helped me with acting. I will say that I'm thinking voiceover acting, because you're still acting, you're still using the same tools. You're still sometimes out of energy once you get out of a session or once you've done something. It's not just doing your voice and sitting there. It's mood. It's a lot of things, and then recreating it fresh. But it's the same thing with acting. So I think it's made me make more specific choices with with on-camera acting.
Oh,
I don't play them any differently, except for that in voiceovers, I'm in sweats. And on camera, unless my character's in sweats, I'm not in sweats. Somebody's putting you in the hair and makeup, and I'm not messing with any of them. Like, you do that, and I'll take care of the internal work of the character.
Excellent.
That's it. Yeah.
When you do a voiceover, you got the script. Do you read the script through and through and through, and then do it, record it, or do you just start reading it?
I have a 4-step cold reading, which I turn thousands of people onto, but basically it's what every voiceover actor does. You get handed a script, and you don't just get handed one script. In the old days, you got handed 10 scripts.
Right. 2
may be promos, 2 may be animated series, 1 may be a radio, 1 may be TV. You have to know what you're doing. You're sitting in a lobby and you're waiting and you're reading every spec, and then you're picking the moods based on the specs. But for example, one script, get handed a script, read it through objectively, no acting, no nothing. What are they looking for? It's for craft, fun, hip, upbeat, great, mid-30s, blah, blah, blah. Female, I'm already female. You read it through, no matter if you're the announcer or you're whatever role you are. And then you attach the moods.
Right.
This is the way I do it. You attach the mood, because fun, hip is a different sell than off the cuff girl next door. They may sound similar in tone, but they're a different read. Then you play around with that, half out loud, half to yourself, and then you read out loud. I have my read before I lay it down. Same thing with on camera, though. I mean, you get handed something. I like to be memorized. Voiceover, you're not memorized. Cold readings for on camera, they say they don't care if you're memorized. I like to be off script.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be holding it, but I like to be off script. Then you get somebody to read off camera with you, and you do your beats just the same. You're reacting off someone else's work. I mean, for Strange Harvest, for example, on the interview sequence, I had the guy asking the questions, and I had the set, but I played them in the camera as the real, had that been CNN or Dateline coming to interview me. That's all I did, was just recreate them to be that. And that there were a couple guys there. So that made that, I just played that real. I just played that going, oh, I'm just using you guys as my interviewer from Dateline. So that worked out perfect. But for on camera, you're just also, finding the mood of the character, and you're playing the scene. And with depends if it's radio, television for voiceovers, animated. There are way different ways to approach. But my cousin is a huge audiobook, Carly Robbins. She's one of the top with my friend Hillary Huber. But Carly is just on fire, man. I don't have the patience to do audiobooks, but she's phenomenal. I can't even do the audiobook. I'm just looking because I have my book that, oh, here's one of my, oh yeah. That's one of the books.
There you go. One.
I have like 3 of them. Anyway, I don't think that might not be the most current, but I can't get through that doing an audio.
Right.
I'm like, I get through the introduction and I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm moving on. Hi, welcome to the world of voiceovers. I'm Terri Apple, and today we're going to talk about, and then I go, oh, I just can't. I'm used to doing, and I've done live shows for like an hour or 2 hours, but then you're moving on to the next thing. And I guess with a book, it's like every single page is like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I guess there's no character in it as well. If it's just reading.
If it's a novel, if it's that kind of thing.
Novel, yes, we can do.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, and Carly goes through and she highlights everything and breaks it all down. I'm like, okay, I'm already want a cup of coffee and move on. Like in my world, we did, it was 30-second commercials or 60-second. Or if I did a TV show, I did a lot of TV shows, but it was still either the promo tonight at 9 on Fox. But if I was doing like, I did a lot of shows where I was the narrator all the way through for like Bravo, a lot of those.
Right.
But you're still, even though you're in there an hour, it's an hour show. It's different when you're laying it down.
Right. Okay. So when you read a commercial, you've got the script. If you do one sentence and you make a mistake like halfway through, do you just do the whole sentence again, or do you just do start from an apostrophe or a comma or something?
Which genre you're talking about?
Well, any, I guess, a commercial, let's say. So it says like, get your food today at McDonald's. Do you go and you fluff up the at McDonald's? Do you record the whole line again, or do you just go at McDonald's like the way
you really need to have the whole script laid down?
Right.
Everything's got to be, because the mood's got to match. You got to know what you're doing. So that's called wild lining. And if you wild line just the one line, if you get all the way through and everything else is fabulous and you're nailing the sell, but you have to know what you're listening for. If you lay something down that you're sending off, you got to go back and look at the script and say, do I sound hip, cool, and off the cuff?
Right.
Is my mood matching the sell of what they're looking for this read? Do I sound fun and upbeat? Do I sound dry and, guy next door? Do I sound warm and sophisticated? So I think your mood has to match what it is. So if you're wild lining and adding something in at the end, that's when you're down to editing.
Right.
But it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a whole separate bird.
Excellent. Well, I'll let you get back to your acting and preparing for later today. So good luck with that. We'll break a leg. I don't know if people still say that anymore.
Yes, they do. You can say that.
So yes, as we said, Urban Harvest. Strange Harvest. I keep thinking of Children of the Corn 2 for some reason.
That's okay.
Strange Harvest is out on a lot of streaming. It was Amazon and was it Tubi?
Well, Hulu's got it for free.
Hulu's got it for free.
I mean, well, if you're a Hulu, it's on Hulu. I think it is on Amazon and Apple, but I know that it went to Hulu. Yeah, but I know it went to Hulu after that. I know that it was still in theaters in Europe, but I don't know if that's already gone. It went to Canada about a month and a half ago. I don't know. But yeah, no, I know it's for sure on Hulu.
All right. And then, yes, we'll check out the upcoming. And I guess we'll hear you in the all over the world, probably, in commercials and, as you said, all sorts of cartoons and TV
and I'll let
shows.
you know when I get this. I'm doing this short.
Oh, yes.
I've had this idea for the short for a while. It's kind of futuristic, but I already had written it. But then I thought, I'm going to look at it again objectively and see. Because you never want your ego to outweigh if it's really, tight and strong. Because you still need a tight, strong script. Right. And you don't spend this money. I've been able to shoot the other 3 fairly inexpensively. Right. I'll send you the YouTube. I don't know where my best friend does the post and the composing and the sound and everything on that. So, but those are up there. Those won some awards. But this one that's coming up, I think it's going to be called Till Death, but I'm not exactly sure. But I want to try to get that into Sundance. Oh. So I have to get that knocked out and do editing and post by like August, so I can get it try to send it to Sundance and see if we can get in. I've had something that I acted in Sundance before, and that's great. We'll see. We'll see if I can get in. The other one did some other festivals, but
good luck. Fingers crossed for you there.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, I'll check those out. So thanks again, Terri, and we'll see you next time. With,
you got it.
News, I hope.
I love it. Thank you. Have a great day.
And you.
Here endeth the lesson.